ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಮಾನನಿಧಿ ದ್ರೌಪದಿಯ ಮಣದಿಂಕಿತವನರಿತು ದಾನವರ ಸವರ ಬೇಕೆಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಗ ಕಾನನವ ಪೊಕ್ಕು ಕಿರ್ಮೀರಾದಿಗಳ ತರಿದು ಮಾನಿನಿಗೆ ಸೌಗಂಧಿಕವನೇ ತಂದ. In this beautiful padya, Sripadarajaru describes few incidences where after losing the game of dice, after losing everything in the game of dice, Pandavas along with Draupadi, when they move in the forest for Vanavasa, what all they experienced, how they did Asura Samhara, especially Bhima, who was the pillar of Asura Samhara, has been beautifully described here, and the part of Draupadi in making Bhima's Asura Samhara is also beautifully brought in this padya. Mananidhi Draupadiya. Mananidhi, she is a woman of virtue. Often people think that Draupadi, who married 5 men, is a lustful woman. She is full of lust. That's why she married 5 men. But our Shastras say, well, a woman marrying more than 1 man is against Shastra, is against the Sanskriti or the culture of Bharat. But yes, in the case of Draupadi, it was not a single woman, she was 5 in 1. Mahabharata itself says, what we understand with a physic or a body does not apply to Draupadi's Sharira. We are made up of flesh, meat and blood, etc. But Draupadi, her Sharira is completely supernatural, which is proved by her birth itself. She was not born from a mother through a father. She came out of a Homakunda. When the Sripadarajaru took oath that he need a daughter who can marry Arjuna, she, after the Ritvijas performed the yajna, she came out of the Homakunda. Her body never gets tired. Her body never undergoes aging. So it was a supernatural Sharira that she had. And having this in mind, we have to understand the concept of she marrying 5 men. Of course, Jagadguru Sri Madhwacharya gives us a clear perspective of what has happened. As I explained it in the last before Padya itself, Draupadi is Bharati Devi's incarnation. In Moola Rupa, she is Bharati, who is Niyata Patni, a Patni forever, wife forever of Mukhya Prana. Here Mukhya Prana incarnated as Bhimasena and Bharati Devi incarnated as Draupadi. In Bharati Devi, due to a curse, the curse was not for Bharati Devi but for the other women who were in that Sharira. Dharmaraja in Moola Rupa was Yamadharmaraja and his wife Shyamala was there in Draupadi. Arjuna in Moola Rupa is Indra, his wife Shachi was also there in Draupadi. Nakula and Sahadeva are Ashwini Devatas, their wife Usha Devi was also in Draupadi. Along with them was Uma, Parvati Devi, who had one more extra curse due to which all the 5 women shared a single body, but then they maintained their Pativratya in that Sharira. For example, a Vyakyanakara beautifully gives an example here. When we tune a radio, the radio is connected to so many channels, be it 93.5, 99.8, so many channels. But when we tune to a particular frequency, only the particular frequency picks up. And the other frequency is also imbibed in the radio, but it is in the background without interrupting or without taking part in the particular tuned frequency. This is just a outlook example, does not exactly match to what Jagadguru Sri Madhwacharya has explained, but this shows us that all the other devatas, even though present in the Deha or Sharira of Draupadi, were completely different when one were having relationship with their husband. Also, Draupadi's Sharira was formed in such a way that after each and every time, she used to regain her Kanya. She used to again become a Kanya. So, such a supernatural Sharira was Draupadi. That is why she is woman of virtues, the supremost in her character, and indicating that Sripadarajaru has given the word Mananidhi Draupadiya Manadinkitava Naritu. Understanding the wishes that she has in her heart, Aritu, understanding the wishes, who understood it? Bhimasena. Bhimasena acted upon is what Sripadarajaru tried to explain. Now, what were the wishes that Draupadi had? For example, after losing everything in the game of dice, after getting humiliated by Dushasana and Duryodhana, when Pandavas along with Draupadi started from Hastinapura to Vanavasa, Draupadi left that Sabha with an open hair. This indicates that she will make even the wives of Duryodhana and all Kauravas bereft of her, which means she will make them widow. And such wishes or indications of Draupadi which she had in her heart was understood by Bhimasena, and accordingly he did the Asura Samhara, says Sripadarajaru. Here in the Vanavasa, there are so many incidences where Draupadi's wishes are actually indicating towards the Asura Samhara. And one of the incident is given in the last line of this Padya. The third line says, Kananava pokku kirmiradigala taridu, Danavara savara bekendu. In order to destroy the Danavas, in the second line they have clearly mentioned, Danavara savara bekendu. In order to destroy the Danavas, Byaga, fastly, what did Bhimasena do? Kananava pokku. Kana is forest. He entered the forest. Which forest? So after coming out of Hastinapura, here Bhimasena along with others, they enter a forest named Kamyakavana. This forest is known for the presence of an asura named Kirmira. This asura was Bakasura's brother and Hidimbasura's friend. We heard in the previous Padya or the one before it that in the Ekachakra Nagara, Bhimasena destroyed the asura called Bakasura. That Bakasura's brother is this Kirmirasura, who was residing in the forest named Kamyakavana. He was a Narabhakshaka. He used to eat humans. He was very cruel and he had a highest grudge on Bhimasena for destroying his brother and his friend too. So while entering the forest, taking rest, all the Pandavas took rest under the shade of a tree. In midnight, this Asura, Kirmira, he came there holding a fire stick in order to ignite fire there so that he can destroy the Pandavas. But Bhimasena, seeing it, immediately gets up and within few seconds, he destroys such a powerful Asura, that too in a unique way. Because until now we have heard the incidences of Bhimasena where he fights with huge rocks and mountains and trees, etc. and Gada also. But here Bhimasena did not use any of that. He just used his hand and he strangled the neck of that Kirmira to death. Here Mahabharata says a great thing. In Yajna, when a Yajna takes place, the Bali Pashu, the Pashu that will be offered to the Devatas, will be strangled to death. Here also, Bhimasena thought this Asura Samhara, Dushta Sikshana, a punishment to the Asura is actually a Bhagavat Seva. So, in order to Samarpana, do the Samarpana to him, he strangled this Kirmira Asura to death. Moreover, here Bhimasena is a Kshatriya. It is his Swadharma to destroy the evil and to establish Dharma, and he did it at that place. Kananava Pokku, entering the forest, Kirmiradigala Taridu. Here also Sripadarajaru did not say that Bhimasena destroyed Kirmira, Kirmiradigala, Kirmira and so on. A few more, etc. has been added by Sripadarajaru. So who were the others? There were crores of Rakshasas who were killed at the time of Vanavasa by Bhimasena. Bhimasena among the Pandavas is the only one who killed so many Rakshasas, establishing Dharma there. For example, when Pandavas were in Vanavasa, they once came to the ashrama of Lomasha Rishi. This Rishi helped Pandavas to undergo the Tirtha Yatra. That is when they came to know that there were a group of Rakshasas, and these group of Rakshasas obstruct everyone going to Tirtha Yatra. They perform a few tactics due to which they create hurdle for be it the Brahmanas or Kshatriyas or Vaishyas or any person. When they undergo a Tirtha Yatra, they get obstructed by these Asuras. And these were not a small group of 10 Asuras, but were a group of 3 crore asuras, and all of them were destroyed by Bhimasena. So indicating so many such instances where Bhimasena destroyed humongous amount of asuras, Sripadarajaru has used the word Kirmiradigala Taridu. Kirmiradigala Taridu. Then the fourth line says, Maninige Saugandhikavane Tanda. Manini means wife. To his wife Draupadi, he brought the Saugandhika Pushpa, the flower Saugandhika Pushpa. Here, now we have to correlate this last line with the first line. The first line said, Manadinkitava Naritu. Draupadi, understanding the wish of Draupadi, Bhimasena went. Where? To bring the flower. This particular flower. Now if we see the story behind this, when Pandavas were doing their sanchara, wandering around the Badarikashrama Kshetra, once they resided in the Gandhamadhana Parvata. It is there this particular special flower grows. This flower is Saugandhika Pushpa. It is golden in color and it has the highest fragrance. It's very beautiful. It grows in a particular pond in that Gandhamadhana Parvata. Once when Draupadi was with Bhimasena, at the same time, in the pond where this flower grows, there was a snake. So seeing the snake, Garuda, who was flying upwards, he immediately came down to pick up the snake. And while picking up and flying back again, the flower from the pond also flew with him and came and fell on the hands of Draupadi, who was with Bhimasena. There Draupadi asks to Bhimasena, I want more of this flower. I want some more flower. This is the Manadinkitava Naritu. Understanding the wish of Draupadi, Bhimasena goes. But what was her wish? Was her wish is to just bring the flower, just to have the flower? No. Her wish was the Asura Samhara. The Asura Samhara that Bhima could do, due to which he could establish Dharma, was her original wish. Because when Bhimasena went there to bring the flower, he saw that there were a group of 100 crore Rakshasas there, Asuras there, who were named Krodhavashas, who were there doing all the atrocities towards Brahmanas, Rishis, etc. So there Bhimasena destroyed each and every one of them and brought the Saugandhika Pushpa to Draupadi. Here, this last line also gives us one more beautiful meaning. Maninige, Manini is wife. Saugandhikavane Tanda. The one meaning says that he brought the flower Saugandhika Pushpa. There is one more meaning which says this Saugandha means fame, popularity, fame, kirti that one can gain. So what is the fame that Bhimasena brought to Draupadi? It is the fame that he has destroyed all the Asuras. It is always the fame of the husband that is the fame of the wife. So when the husband is very popular and he gains the fame, that is actually what the wife desires. So such a fame was brought by Bhimasena to Draupadi, and all this happened because she also took part in the fame. How? By making a wish through which the Asura Samhara could happen. So Draupadi also had a part in various Asura Samhara, Dushta Sikshana and Sishta Rakshana throughout the story of Mahabharata. And with this, we'll move on to the next Padya, which elaborately describes the Kichaka Vadha in the Ajnata Vasa during the Virata Parva of Mahabharata in our next episode. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.